When you're developing your game plan for retirement, you obviously want to have victory. You want to have success in that game plan, correct? Well, just like any sporting event or some sort of thing going on out there, we want to avoid the losses. We want to avoid penalties and all this sort of stuff like that. So let's talk about avoiding these costly mistakes in your retirement planning and in your retirement for the long term. Now there's lots of different kind of traps that can happen out there where they can trip you up and cause challenges and stuff like that. But I'm going to give you 3 today that I think can be easily avoided or at least easily planned for, and are some of the bigger ones that we see out there that can really put a wrinkle in things as you get into retirement or even further in retirement. The first one, it seems simple enough, but not saving enough for retirement. One of the most common questions I get asked as a financial advisor is, how much do I need to retire? Well, it depends. I know you've heard me say that before if you watched the show for long. It really depends. Every individual is a totally unique situation. Don't get caught comparing yourself to your neighbors, your coworkers, your friends, family, stuff like that, because likely their situation is different than yours. Even though maybe you live on the same street or look like you live the same lifestyle, there's a lot of other things behind the scenes that are going to be different. So when we talk about saving enough for retirement, it's going to be different for every individual. You want to have enough income or enough savings to provide for income, inflation, taxes, healthcare. What about your hobbies or goals that you have in retirement? Travel, helping your kids or grandkids, those unexpected home repairs or things coming up. So all those various things, when you're looking at that total retirement plan, make sure you're factoring all of those things in the stuff that you want to do, because it's vitally important when you think of having enough to retire that we want to have all that sort of stuff mapped in. The next thing that we want to talk about or avoid is taking too many or too large of withdrawals early in retirement. You know, I'm all for a sense of adventure, but sometimes I've seen folks kind of get into this. They want to self-reward themselves for a job well done or for a retirement thing. So right away, early in retirement, they buy themselves some large, almost thank you or appreciation gift. Wonderful idea. Maybe it's something you need, but be careful, you know, with this sort of stuff, especially if you're using your retirement savings to do that from like a 401 or IRA. So I've seen folks come right into retirement day one, buy very nice pickup trucks, tractors, boats, campers, RVs, maybe a second home. Not saying you shouldn't do that. Be careful and make sure it matches your plan. Because, again, those large withdrawals, especially early on, you lose that lifetime of savings or earnings potential on that money. The final thing to take away from this, or a costly mistake to avoid, generating a high tax bill that erodes your savings. So just like talking in a little bit ago when I talk about taking those large withdrawals, likely speaking, most people's retirement savings consists of pre-tax money, 401ks, IRAs, that sort of stuff, that every dollar you take out is going to be taxable. So the more distributions you have, the higher your tax bill potentially could be. It might put you in the next tax bracket. It might make the difference of paying, let's say, 12% versus 22% on that same dollar. Again, looking at how that affects you long term is going to be vital, and even on a year-by-year basis. So oftentimes somebody will call us up here that's a client, or when we start looking at taking a distribution, they'll say, I'm looking at buying something, pick anything out there, and I need $20,000. Okay, well, what is that? What are we going to have to take to get you that $20,000? If we want to gross up for taxes, and depending upon the tax bracket you're in, you could end up taking $25,000, $30,000 or more just so you can net that $20,000 after taxes. So as you're planning for your retirement, and you're thinking of how you want this to look, and you have this magical dream in your mind of what retirement looks like for you, be careful about some of these costly mistakes that can come along the way and cause some bumps in your path. If you'd like to talk about your retirement plan and making sure that somebody is alongside you to help avoid these mistakes, and so you have a partner in this retirement plan, give us a call. We'd love to walk through this journey with you at Centennial Wealth Advisory here at any of our office locations across northern Michigan. Hope you enjoyed this here, and have a great day.